My wife is demanding we change our child's last name to her ex-husband's, so I filed for divorce and she refuses to accept it. 3 weeks after our daughter was born, she kicked me out of our own house. The reason? She wanted our baby to have her dead ex-husband's surname, not mine, his. Her ex died 4 years ago, PTSD after Afghanistan. She has a 12-year-old son from that marriage who lives with us. I've been in his life since he was 6. The kid has his biological father's last name, and so does she. She never changed it after we got married, which honestly should have been my first red flag. But now she's demanding our newborn daughter take that name too. Her logic? If the baby has my surname, her son will feel alienated. Like somehow having different last names means I love one kid less than the other. I tried everything to compromise. I told her that since I practically raised her son for 6 years, maybe he could take my name. That way, everyone's together. She lost it, started crying, saying I was trying to erase his real father's memory, said I was being selfish and cruel. So I suggested we all take my surname as a family unit. Fresh start. She shut that down immediately, said her son has had his name his entire life and shouldn't have to change it to appease me. Those were her exact words. The name registration was scheduled for Thursday. By Tuesday, we'd barely spoken in 5 days. The house felt like a tomb. She'd stay in the bedroom with the baby, and I'd sleep on the couch. Every conversation ended in her crying or me walking away. Then her son, this 12-year-old kid, pulled me aside one evening while she was upstairs. He looked nervous but determined. "Dad," he said, "I don't care if we have different names. You're my dad. He was my father, but you're the one here." I felt this weight lift off my chest. I thought maybe if I told her what he said, she'd finally understand. So that night at dinner, I brought it up as gently as I could. She went pale, then red. Then she started screaming that I had emotionally manipulated her son, that I'd poisoned him against his real father's memory. I hadn't even finished explaining before she threw her glass across the kitchen. Tuesday night, 2 days before the registration, she cornered me in the hallway. Her eyes looked wild. She said if I forced our daughter to have my name, she'd rather take her own life than live with that decision. She said it twice. I didn't know what else to do. I called the police and told them she'd threatened to harm herself. Told them she might have postpartum depression and wasn't safe around the baby. They came within 20 minutes. She protested the entire time they put her in the car. Kept saying it was just said in anger, that she was fine. But they took her anyway for a 72-hour evaluation. Thursday morning, I went to the registry office alone. I chose every name myself, first, middle, and last. All mine. No trace of him anywhere. Friday afternoon, her ex's parents showed up at my door. They had a key from when they used to babysit. They walked right in and tried to take the baby from the nursery. Said my wife had instructed them through her sister to collect both kids until she was released. I blocked the doorway to the baby's room and told them to leave. They threatened to call the police. I said, "Go ahead. I'm the legal parent here and you have no rights to my daughter." They left with their grandson instead, packed his stuff while I watched. That weekend, my in-laws came by, said they wanted to take the baby to see my wife in the hospital. When I said no, they kept pushing, called me difficult, said I was being cruel to keep a mother from her child. I told them no 15 times before they finally left. Monday, a health inspector showed up. Clipboard, official badge, the whole thing. Walked through the house, asked about feeding schedules, checked a nursery. She said social services were involved now due to my wife's mental state, but everything looked fine. I was the stable parent. My wife was released Tuesday. She didn't come home, went straight to her parents' house. She's been there for 2 weeks now. Tried twice to take the baby when I wasn't looking. Once when I was taking out the trash. Once when I was in the shower. I changed all the locks after that. Now she drops off expressed breast milk through her sister 3 times a day. Her sister knocks, leaves the bottles on the porch, and drives away without saying a word. The divorce papers are filed. My lawyer says I'll get primary custody given the circumstances. Health services already sided with me. Her parents called yesterday. Said I'm a monster for keeping their grandchild away. That I'm cruel and vindictive. I told them their daughter chose a dead man over a living one, and she made that choice the day she prioritized his name over mine. The line went quiet. Then her mother said, "She'll never forgive you for this." I said, "Good, that makes 2 of us."